Well, at the beginning it was very, very clear that the Hills community needed its own football association. There was a number of clubs playing with Granville and there was a number of clubs playing with another organisation, and the community clearly needed those two organisations to unite and build a long-term sustainable football association for the Hills.
So I'm Nicole Tyndall, I'm the competitions manager. I was the first employee of Hills Football, so I've been here for all 10 seasons. What keeps me motivated is actually being inclusive, getting people on the park, just seeing people's faces when they meet new friends, they play their first game, they referee their first game, just makes you feel good.
My name's Kurt Johnson. I was the inaugural, or was number 2 employee of Hills Football. I was the inaugural general manager, and I was the general manager for the first 4 seasons. I think there was a genuine need for a Hills-based football community. The time was right, it needed to happen. There was support and investment from the governments, local, state and federal, and the local community.
Hills Football covered that gap within the Hills District. I know it sounds a bit self-explanatory, but it was very much travelling quite a distance to go play, to go referee, and Hills Football needed that, I guess, closure to fill that bubble.
Looking back on it and looking at where we are now, there was such an opportunity to really hone in on focusing on those areas that didn't have the numbers or didn't have the education within playing aspect, coaching aspects, and especially for us, like the referee panels as well.
Having been there since the start, I wanted to see it be a success. So the people that I knew before and I've kept close relationships with, it's such a broad and diverse group of people, and they are lovely people. They give their heart and souls for the game. So
I wouldn't say it wasn't hard, it was hard at times. It was like very much trying to organise a whole lot of people to think in a common way. But I would say that first board that we had was full of support, and the people on it really helped launch the association.
Hills Football is unique because it's brand new. Whilst we're celebrating the 10th year anniversary today, we're still baby steps compared to a lot of associations that have been around for, well, 20, 30, 40, 50, up to 100 years. And Hills Football is in a perfect opportunity to do young, fresh, innovative things.
The people.
Yeah.
Honestly, like straight out, these people are my family. Like, I don't just ref with them on the pitch or go to training to see them, and I'm hanging out with them on Friday night or Saturday during the day kind of thing.
As Gabby was saying, they're family. We're all one big family pretty much. Whether it's state, New South Wales, or whether it's Hills, yeah, we're all really close.
I love going down to fields on the weekend, and you will see more than one club helping another club. And I remember in our very first year going down to our newest member club at the time, which was Kellyville United, and you'd see some of our other clubs down there helping on the barbecue, whether that was Newcastle United's or like just the ability for our clubs to assist each other. Seeing that is amazing.
I think the community, there's so many volunteers we've had in clubs, you know, meeting people like Kurt, our general managers, our office staff. We've gone from, 2 of us to now 10 in the office. And it's wonderful to know that female sport now is inclusive at every level, grassroots all the way up to the rep level. So that's one of the things we're aiming to do, is to be more inclusive.
Favourite match day memory?
Scored a bomb here one day.
The running trend of lights turning off.
Yes. So
We've both managed to have a game where the lights have turned off mid-game, and we've had to replay it.
Yeah.
Probably some of the early, maybe the first or second set of grand finals that we did. Just seeing, same as today, our community all together for the first time basically since becoming an association. That's something really special that you get to see. You don't get to see that too often. You don't get many firsts.
The very first Hills Premier League All-Stars versus Hills United All-Stars at Valentine Park, and we raised money for the wheelchair footballers.
Yep.
We had a young guy called Chris, who was a young wheelchair footballer who couldn't afford a chair. The chairs were about $20,000. So with the help of the community, the clubs, and the John McLean Foundation, we were able to raise enough money for young Chris to get his power chair.
And that's what's being about, inclusive. Being in this community, being Hills Football, it's about everyone.
I think we're on such a hill of growth that I just want us to keep growing in all aspects, building on that and really growing that even further and achieving even more goals as we keep pushing.
Well, I would like to see Hills football continue to grow. I'd also like to see them be a leader in the football world. I think also a challenge around funding. I'd like to see them ultimately become self-funding so we can lower the fees to the individual players. But it's very clear that the football experience is fantastic in the Hills, and that's why they're continuing to grow.
The biggest opportunity I see is the home of football is massive. For those who don't know, the initial discussions with council started well over 10 years ago to acquire the land at Caddies Creek. So now seeing that the home of football is almost shovel ready,
Yep.
they're almost ready to start building, that's a huge opportunity for all the youngsters here in Hills football to play on arguably, one of the best facilities in the country. That's going to be huge for the association.
It's a very exciting time for Hills football and for me personally to be involved with the association. Helping facilitate the member clubs achieving what they want to achieve for all our members. Providing the best experience for our members is probably key, and there's obviously coming to an area that celebrates that and working together. The association is obviously steeped in history, even though only being 10 years old, but I look forward to paving some new futures for the association and the region, but also achieving the best experience our players can experience on the football field.
If you had to describe your time with Hills football in one word, what would it be?
Is baptism of fire one word?
I'd say maybe fruitful.
Fruitful's a good word.
Aspirational is probably the one word. So give you something to aspire to and give me something to aspire to. It's been good.
It's a real family. You come in every day. And now look at us, 10 years later.
10 years later, here we are.